If you like your comedy short, fast, and funny, you've come to the right place. Comedy Time presents QuickLaffs, guaranteed to make you laugh in 30 seconds or less.
CrossFit people are the worst, though. Oh, CrossFit people. And they're always posting like their CrossFit wounds on social media, like their bloody knuckle that they're really proud of, and they're like, hashtag fitness, hashtag getting in shape, hashtag bleeding out, hashtag motivate. No, bleeding out shouldn't be a hashtag. Like that's not a thing. You shouldn't be proud of that. And they don't do like normal workouts. They're not like, today we're gonna go jogging and then do some push-ups and then run up some stairs. They're like, no, today we're gonna roll a boulder up a hill and then we're all gonna carry it down. Is it a biblical workout? Will Noah be there with an ark? I don't understand.
I was at the casino the other day, and I ran into a coworker, and we're not best friends, not at all, not even a little bit. But I went up and I said hi, and she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing here?" And I was like, I gave her that look, like, you dumb bitch. We're at the casino. I was like, I like the smell of cigarettes, and I'm really into Native American culture. So that's killing two birds with one stone right now.
You guys, I got recognized on the street. That's exciting. I forgot to. Yeah, right? I got recognized. This gentleman came up to me and he said, "Excuse me, I know you. Aren't you that young lady that fell on the treadmill last week?" I said, yes, I am.
There's a cliche, 30 is the new 20, right? 30 is the new 20. Yeah? Tell that to my breasts. Because my chest think 30 is the new 36B. I'm starting to look like a soccer mom. It's not good. It's not good.
It's just that, the stigma that women aren't funny. Because I did a show recently, and this guy came up to me afterwards, and he said, "That was the worst thing I've ever seen. You're the reason women shouldn't do comedy. Why don't you go home and have a baby or something?" I know, I was like, oh my God. I am never inviting my dad to a show ever again.
One thing about guys, nipples, same size every time. With ladies, you don't know what you're gonna get. They could be M&Ms, they could be personal pan pizzas. You have no clue. You never see a guy with a really big areola. You don't see that guy, no. He's a Yeti, he doesn't exist.
But I heard that Steve Jobs dropped out of college and made like $1 billion, right? So, not to brag, but I actually dropped out of college twice. So, you do the math. No, seriously, you do the math, because I can't multiply.
I'm also very attracted to Mexican women, but I'm afraid to have sex with them because they're so damn fertile. It's crazy. Took a Mexican girl out for drinks, showed her to sex on the beach. I now have a son named Julio.
I got a new phone recently, a new cell phone, has autocorrect, which is new to me. I guess so if I'm texting and I spell a word wrong, the phone will replace that word with what it thinks I was trying to say. My phone's really bad at guessing what I'm trying to say, you guys. The other day my phone replaced the word vagina with bayonet. 'Cause you're right, new phone. Who would ever text the word vagina? I was probably talking about weaponry from the Revolutionary War. I meant to say I shouldn't have worn a dress on such a windy day. I think everybody just saw my bayonet.
I'm having a big semester, you guys. I just got out of community college. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, dropped out. Feels good. Feels right,
Guys, I didn't get a chance to properly introduce myself. My name is Bobby Wayne Stotts, and I struggle with my weight. Well, I don't struggle with my weight. My knees and ankles do. I just can't seem to quit eating all the time, you know?
I did vote for Barack, though. Luckily, I did vote for Barack. I get mad, though, when people think I voted for Obama just because, he's black. It's not true, man. I voted for Barack because you're really good at playing basketball. It's two different things, you know what I'm saying? I trust people that play team sports, you know what I'm saying?
Then he's got all these Spanish songs with the Spanish lyrics. You ever hear these? Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure it's just a bunch of random Spanish words that aren't even real words that he's just making up as he goes. You heard these? Yeah, opa en la fueca, no se la raga. Even his Hispanic background dancers who speak perfect Spanish are like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
We had an argument, she and I. I don't know if you're familiar with how teenage girls roll. It's relatively unpleasant. We had an argument a couple of Christmases ago, and it ended with this sentence. Her to me, why don't you go die? Now, that reminded me of conversations that I had had with my parents when I was young and how they were similar and how they were different. They were similar in that I was very disrespectful to my parents a lot of times too, and they were different in that my dad would handle it by throwing me through a wall.
My favorite part of my culture is the women. Any Latino women in the audience? Finally got the day off. Congratulations, ladies. That's awesome. My favorite women to make love to are Latino women, because as you make love to a Latino woman, you can find out her life story through her tattoos. Oh my God, you love carnitas? I love carnitas!
The bagger job was so stupid, I didn't even know how to answer the questions at the interview. They asked me why I would be a good fit for the position. I'm like, I have hands. That's the only job interview. It should be over as soon as you shake hands with the person. If you have the motor skills to fill out the bagger application, you're qualified.
First thing they should do with all the suicide going on, with the rich people losing their money, is set up a suicide hotline for poor people. Where new rich, poor people could call in when they're about to just lose it and get rid of their life. Somebody answers on the other line. Poor people suicide hotline, my life's worse than yours. How can I show you? We have experience.
Now, my father named me an African name because he's very pro-black. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he was a little too pro-black. Like, he didn't even want us to have white walls in our house. He said that represent the man surrounding us. So I'm like, Daddy, we just gonna leave them black because it's like we're developing photos up in here.
When I was single, I remember my friends hooked me up one time with this chick. They're like, you're gonna love her. She's smart, she's funny, she's pretty, but she kind of laughs like a seal. I was like, I don't care. Look at me. You think I really? No, I don't. Let's just meet this child. I don't care if she comes out and she's like, there's so much a man can tell you, so much he could say. I don't care if she is seals. What I'm trying to say. So, I take her out to dinner. I'm trying to test the waters like you do on a first date. So I tell her one of my cheesiest jokes just to see where she goes. I'm like, I grew up so Jewish, I used to take my dog outside to play fetch with a shtick. And she's like, It's like, what the heck? We dated for 6 months.
So I'm out of shape. I'm fat. Just got diagnosed with pre-diabetes. Didn't know what that meant, so asked my doctor. She told me, well, that means that you could get diabetes, which is a pretty bad diagnosis because that means everybody in here has pre-diabetes. Yeah.
I just got engaged this summer, which is It's a pretty big deal. Thank you. Thank you. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Do not clap for her. No, she's great. Getting engaged is hilarious because people say the weirdest things I've ever heard. Like, I told my family I got engaged, and everyone's like, "Oh, congratulations. She's such a keeper. You can't let that one get away." I'm like, I didn't kidnap a trout. I just engaged, okay? Don't say weird things like that.
I don't know. I've been dating a lot of young women, though. I'm from Jersey. I was shocked to find out they're kind of shallow. In LA, this young chick asked me if I had good credit during lovemaking. I'm like, why does it matter? I'm paying cash.
I was the fat kid growing up, so the relationship thing is new, you know? I was the fattest kid in my middle school, and I know it because I remember the first time I ran the mile. Forget you. Like, I remember when I ran, anybody remember that? Like, I got up to the track, and I was like, damn. Teacher, how many laps I gotta run? He said 4. I was like, today? He said, yes, and I'm timing you with a stopwatch. I'm like, you better get a sundial. Are you serious? If I'm not back by tomorrow, you better come find my fat ass and bring some food. I'm gonna be hungry. 4?
Where I live, the communal washer and dryer to my entire apartment complex backs up to my living room wall. Wow, you guys are really sympathetic. So, exactly, like I can hear people doing laundry all hours of the night and day, which is not bad as long as people are washing human laundry. Shirts, pants, socks, stuff like that, right? I got a new neighbor who doesn't understand any of this. Every 2 days, she's like, oh my God, it's 3:30 in the morning. This is a perfect time to wash a load of zippers, nickels, and drill bits. What are you doing down there, lady? Drying a robot? What's happening? No, it's just my belt buckle collection. Don't worry.
We were calling. She gets up to go to the bathroom. And it was really cute. She turned on the sink so I wouldn't hear her pee. It was so sweet. She was embarrassed. Do you guys believe that? But then I heard it. Spoosh. That's disgusting. I did not know girls did that. I was not told. No, I'm not convinced. Girl tells you she poops. That is not a lady. That's a cheap imitation of a lady. That's what that is.
I love being a nerd. I'm okay with being a nerd too. I like fantasy. I think role playing's awesome because in role playing you can do anything you want. You can be anybody you want. For instance, when I'm rescuing the princess from the dragon, I can steal his treasure. Then just for fun, I can kill the dragon and lay the princess. Sounds good, right? As opposed to real life where the princess steals my treasure and turns into a dragon once a month.
You don't gotta spend money on flowers and chocolates. Do what I do. Fellas, come home from work and knock the door off the hinges. And you look at your woman with a gaze in your eyes like you ain't ate in a week, and she's a pork chop, right? And you go to her, and you pick her up, if you can. But whatever you do, fellas, don't make that sound like,
I like women that drink so much, all they can do is answer you in smiles. See, like that. Just, I see a drunk girl at a bar like a lion sees a broken leg gazelle. I want that one. But I can't hit on women. I really can't. Basically, when I hit on a woman, I just ask questions. I basically turn to like a census taker with a boner. You know what I mean? So do you live around here? Do you ride a bike to class? You take a bus to work? Are you a part-time student? Are you Pacific Islander? Are you Presbyterian? Hi, I'm Chris.
It's a nice area. Clap it up for your area, man. It's very nice.
I come from a ghetto, man. Live in San Bernardino. Yeah. So it's nice to be here. You guys have some cool stuff we don't have, man. Stuff like safety.
I was in Little Rock, Arkansas 2 weeks ago. Do you know who the hardest working person in Little Rock, Arkansas is? The Tooth Fairy.
And you know, with stuff like this going on, I keep an attitude at work all the time, you know. Like my manager, he walked to me the other day and said, "Marion, why aren't you working?" I was like, "'Cause I didn't see you coming."
Talking about having kids, it's a little weird. I have to go buy like pregnancy tests in bulk at the CVS, and in college it was different because I would buy like a big box of condoms, and I'd be like, "Yeah, got some strange loving coming my way," you know. And now I buy these pregnancy tests, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play Zelda. My wife's gonna pee on those."
Wisdom comes with maturity, but as I get older, things are a little different. Like when I first moved to LA, it was such a big deal for me to see a tranny. And now, I hardly get an erection. I mean, I will eventually, but it takes some coaching. I'm like, oh, that's what appears to be a woman with the architecture of a man, so hot. I mean, I can normally work up a 3/4 stock, but it's not as fast nor as turgid as it used to be, so I guess I'm the fogey.
I used to work at a Chinese restaurant for Jews. It's called Ching Ching. It's racist.
I was back home a couple of weeks ago. We had a barbecue. My white trash cousin showed up. You know what I'm talking about. Every family's got white trash, and if you don't, guess what? You're it. I'll give you an example. My youngest cousin walks in. She is 18 months old. She is adorable. She started staring at me like I owed her money. So finally I go, "Hey, cuz, why is a baby staring at me like that?" He goes, "That's her poop face." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, she's taking a poop right now." Like, that is awesome. Like, why can't we do that? "Hey, Ken, I need you to work overtime this week." Ken, you taking a poop right now? Great.
Well, fat people don't worry about that stuff. We don't worry about glutens, food allergies. It's like, what's it gonna do? Make me swell up? Oh no! All food does that. I am swollen right now from food. I'm pretty much allergic to all of it, across the board. These are just hives. I'm just breaking out. So I got a big hive here, got 2 hives up top. I'm feeling pretty hivey. I'm like blue hivey. I'm Beyonce's kid. I don't know.
They always try to get you to donate to something extra, and that's every grocery store. They want to get you to donate to something you didn't come there for. I came there for Gatorade and hamburger meat. All of a sudden, do you want to support multiple sclerosis? Well, people in Canada got chicken pox. Do you want to help the Canadian chicken pox children? No, I just came here for Gatorade and hamburger meat, lady. I didn't have chicken pox in the budget. Oh, I understand. I understand, sir. Look, we got a cheap bastard in line too. He doesn't want to donate. Look, would you get off the microphone, lady?
I live in this decrepit building. I hate my building. Everything is falling apart in my building, but whenever something breaks, they never fix it. They just like to reminisce about it like it's dead. This is true. You know, I told the building manager, I'm like, "Hey, the elevator's not working?" He's like, "Yeah, it was a good elevator too, remember? You pushed the button, it was there. That was a good elevator." I'm like, well, when's it gonna be back in service? On Monday, we're gonna have a service if you wanna say something. So now there's just a picture of my elevator on the actual elevator. It says 1972 to 2013, we needed it, but God needed it more. So
A lot of laws make no sense to me. We just accept a lot of laws no matter how ridiculous they are. I think we need to second guess them, right? We just accept them as these blankets, and they're just silly sometimes. Like earlier today, I was driving, and I was late to this meeting, and I was driving eating something with both hands. You ever done this? I'm eating a bowl of cereal, driving with one knee like I'm a professional, you know what I mean? And I'm like, this is very dangerous, but I need one bite of just all Lucky Charms, so whatever. I'm doing it. And then I pull up at a red light, and a voice next to me goes, "What are you doing down there?" I look over, and it's a cop. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I'm done for. So dangerous, whatever, I deserve it, right? I lift up the bowl of cereal, and the cop goes, "Oh, for a second I thought you were texting," and he just drove off.
For those that don't know, if somebody says your guest is size at the airport, it means you're too fat to fit in one seat. And you have to buy a second seat. Which is, it's fine, I get it. I'm a big dude, I'm 6'8". I weigh right around too much. Or 3 much. And honestly, like when I think about it, like if I'm taking up more space, you know what, I think I should pay more. I'm totally fine with that. The only thing that bothers me though is it's not fair. Because like it doesn't work the other way. Like you're not gonna tell a short dude, "Hey little buddy, you're gonna save $50 because we're gonna chuck you in the overhead." Doesn't go that way. Like you wouldn't tell a blind person, "Hey, we have a movie on this flight, but since you're a guest of darkness, you're gonna get a discount."